Hopefully you guys are doing well today. My name is Waja and welcome back to another video. Today, as you guys tell by the title, we're going to be showing you guys the best settings for Valorant in 2022, the best FPS you could possibly get, best quality you could possibly get, and in general how smooth the game is, because I know a lot of people have some troubles with low-end PCs and running the game in general. So yeah, but before we jump straight into it, if you guys are new around, be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video if you do enjoy it, and let's jump straight into it. So as you can see, we are on Valorant and we're going to go straight to settings. We're going to start off with general, then controls, then crosshair, then video, then audio. If you guys want to skip to those parts, there are timestamps on this video, so you guys could check that out. So the first is accessibility, text language, English, English, you know what I'm saying. Enemy highlight color is yellow, protanopia, if that's how you pronounce it. It basically helps you see enemies better. The best color for this is yellow, protanopia. If you are colorblind, I do apologize. I don't know the best setting is for you, but if you are not colorblind, this option is the best for you. Try it out, give it a go, experiment with it as well. Everyone has a different preference. So yeah, moving on to this mouse. 0.9 is my aim sensitivity and 1 is my scope sensitivity. I have an 800 DPI for my mouse. You guys can figure out the eDPI, etc. Invert mouse is off. Raw input buffer beta is on. When I had this off, it was very clunky and not really as smooth. When I turned raw input buffer on, the game was just more smoother. The mouse felt more smoother and it's just more precise, if that makes sense. Map rotate is on rotate. Keep player centered is on. Minimap size is 1.1. Minimap zoom is 0.9. Minimap vision cones is on. Show map region names always. I personally prefer having a more zoomed in map than the zoomed out map. I understand some people have their preferences. Like I said, these settings here, you guys could change them. You guys could set them to your preferred way. I just like it this way. Privacy, everything is off. So if you guys want to add me, you guys can. I don't auto reject friend requests because I'm all about having friends. So yeah, you know, I need all the friends I could have. I'm a bit sad, a bit lonely. On top of that, hide my name from players outside my party. I sometimes have this on when I'm streaming because I don't want to get stream sniped. I've had it a few times. Not a very good sight, is it? And if you do stream snipe, you're a schmuck. Moving on to other. First person handedness is right. So let me explain this real quick. You guys can change this to whatever you prefer, but the eye dominant. Now, what do you mean by this, Waja? If you guys want to see an in-depth video on this, there'll be an eye up here. The more dominant eye is what you should prefer to pick. I'm left eye dominant and I use right-handed. I just prefer it this way. A lot of people use right eye dominant on right hand, left eye dominant on left hand. I don't know. I'm so used to the feeling of the hand being on the right. When it went to the left, it was a bit weird. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people tend to change it. So if you guys want to change it, by all means. Always show inventory is off. Always show loadout, cycle to next preview weapon, wraps inventory, cycle to the next previous weapon, includes spike, is all off. Show mature content on. You got to keep it 18 plus. You know what I'm saying? Show corpse is off. Show blood is on. Now you may be wondering, why is it on, Waja? When you wallbang someone, right, if it's off you can't see this blood splatter, but when it's on you can see the blood splatter and that you can see that someone's behind there, and you can just, you know, keep shooting through the box and getting the kill. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, instability indicators, I don't know what that is. I just leave it on. In network buffering, so this is for the internet. If you're like on like 100 plus ping, like, and your internet is very inconsistent, put it onto moderate. If your internet is fine, there's not many issues, keep it to minimum. Show bullet tracers on, shows your bullets. You need to make sure you see that, you know what I'm saying? And the rest over here is all off. I haven't really fiddled with this because it's obviously the observer settings. I don't know why it's here, but you know. Moving on to the controls. Now the controls are mainly all default apart from one thing, but yeah, I'll go through it. So equipment 1 C, equipment 2 Q, equipment 3 E, and ultimate is X. Default, I think. If not, then correct me if I'm wrong. Movement, WASD. Default movement mode is run. Walk is left shift. Toggle walk is off. Spacebar is jump, but I used to use mouse scroll wheel, but I wasn't used to it in CSGO, so I just didn't really bother. I'm not really a bee hopper or bunny hopper. Crouch is caps lock. Yes, you heard that right. Crouch is, in fact, caps lock. When I had a bigger keyboard, my pinky never reached control, so I always wanted the extra advantage to just, while I'm there, I just press caps lock, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't ask, okay? I just haven't changed or bothered getting used to control. That's why it's caps lock. Don't bully me in the comments. Toggle crouch is off. Space bar is fly up and fly down is control. Moving on to equipment, we have default settings here apart from aims down sight and rifle to toggle. I used to be a CSGO player, so I try to make it as more accurate to CSGO when it comes to movement and feeling. Operator zoom is cycle. Auto re-enter scope is off. I want to keep taking out my knife after a kill, so that's why I don't. Reload is R. Equipment primary is 1, secondary is 2, melee is 3, and spike is 4. I haven't changed spike to 4. I feel like it's just I'm so used to it now. I just there's no point of changing it and just getting used to a different key, you know what I'm saying? Cycle to next weapon is down and previous weapon is up. Drop equipment is G. You could change this to preference. Auto equipment prioritizes most recent equipment. If you are in a 1v1 clutch position or situation, for a random reason, you change your knife before you fuse the bomb and get it to half, put it to the strongest, take out your Vandal, Spectre, instead of having the panic to quickly change your weapon in a gunfight, change when you're trying to defuse a spike, etc. Make sure this is strongest. Don't auto equip melee off. Inspect weapon is thumb button. So this is I have 2 buttons on the side of my mouse. The first button of my thumb. Use object is F. Transport is spike, like I said. Spray is T. Communication. Voice chat is middle mouse button for party. Team voice is a mouse button too. So my middle mouse button is a scroll wheel. I press it. That's my party chat. For my thumb button 2 is my button near towards my thumb itself. Tactical callouts and chat is off. You can leave it on, it's up to you. Explicit language filter is off. I want to see what people say. I want to fight them back, grr, and you know, report them. So yeah, that's why I keep it off. Muted words list is, you know, I don't really have anything. I would, but I like, obviously there is a few words I would put there, but I feel like whenever I play Valorant, my thumb is always like the thumb is always moving around when it comes to key clicking. Z is my closest option. Ping wheel hold delay is all 130, and I feel like everything here is just default or off. I don't really use the commands or key radios menus. I know you should. I don't. I feel like automatically the agents already say it, or what they like, oh, spike down B, for example, or like, oh, I see an enemy A, kind of like it's automatically said that. So I don't feel like there's a need to do that. Moving on to interface, we have teammate loadouts hold, toggle menus is escape, combat report is N, F1 is my ability tooltip, open armory, which is the bio menu, open map is M, so this is what I toggle instead of holding. So scoreboard is my tab, toggle cursor, middle mouse button. Voting F5, F6, F7, F8 is default. Observers, I don't really know what this is, but yeah, this is all my settings. You guys can check it out if you want. I mean, it's all default, I feel like. Moving on to my crosshair. The crosshair that I'm using currently is the dot. If you guys want my crosshairs, this is my normal cross. This is EzZy's, Screams, and obviously the dot. I'm going to export these crosshair profiles for you guys to copy, so you guys can play them out and try them out yourself. Now this is the important part, the video settings. Now general is full screen, 1920 by 1080, 144 Hz, 60:9 ratio. Monitor is my LG. This is the model of it. And aspect ratio method is fill. So now if you guys want to know how to do stretch res, I have a video on that. I will be up here if you guys want to go do or check out the stretch res video for more FPS, by the way. And it'll be a link down below in the description. Next one we have is limit FPS on battery, off. I feel like everything is off apart from NVIDIA Reflex low latency is on. So now this allows more FPS boost for NVIDIA peeps, and everything else is off due to the fact that I have a 144 Hz monitor. I can run this game more than 144 FPS, so I'm getting like 250 plus FPS on this game. When it comes to capping your game, if you do have a low-end PC and you are struggling with 60 FPS, please cap this onto 60. Getting like 100-ish FPS, cap your game to 100, it'll be smoother, because then your CPU and GPU will not bottleneck and overperform when your laptop or your PC is running. I know Valorant isn't the hardest game to run, but it can consume a lot of your CPU, GPU, etc. when it comes to playing the game, so just be careful. If you guys want the most amount of FPS, here you go, here's the settings there. So my material quality is low, my texture and detail quality is medium, and my UI quality is low. Material quality ain't really much of a difference even if you put it to high. Texture and detail quality is like the texture of the map, the detail of the map, so it could be the shadows maybe here and there, I don't know. I just put them to medium. I want to see the game, you know, blossom a little bit. The UI quality is low. Vignette is off because you don't want to darken your screen for when it comes to your game. Like, who wants that? You want to make sure that your whole game is bright so you can see people in the corners of the dark parts of the map. I'm saying VSync is off. I don't know why that's even an option in this game. Anti-aliasing is none. I don't feel like there's a difference. A lot of people say there's a difference with the whole like screen and blah blah blah. I don't see the difference, so I switch it off. I want the more FPS. 16 times is my anisotropic filtering. Now this setting is for how good your gun it looks. If you have a lot of skins, you want your skins to look amazing. Put it to 8 times, 16 times, or 4 times. It makes your skin looks like 10 times better. Everything else is off, but you can fiddle this around for yourself to see what's better, what you like, what you'll prefer, but this is as best it can be. Stats wise, everything is on hide apart from client FPS, which is text only, so I want to see my FPS. My network, RTT average, and my packet loss are both text only, so I can see my packet loss for my internet and my network, or obviously how much FPS I'm getting. The rest is on hide. You can put these on, but they consume a lot of your HUD and your UI, to just be on the lookout. If you want to put them all on, you'll see like a bunch of numbers and letters on your screen, and it will just kind of distract you. So yeah, that's why I leave it on just to the minimum. So my audio. So my overall audio is like 70%. I don't want to go deaf, so that's why I leave it to 70%. Sound effect volume 100%. Voice over volume is 100%. Video volume, I feel like this is the skins and stuff. I keep it 100. All music overall volume is off. The agent select, the menu lobby is both off, because if your all music overall music is off, then everything else is off. Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. Dun 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just going to be stuck in your head for like the whole day, and it's kind of, you know, it can be a little frustrating. So that's why I have it off. Sorry, Riot and Valorant, please don't sue me. I apologize. I don't know what this genuinely is, so I just leave it on. Mute music when game window is out of focus. So when you tab out, this mutes your game really. Speaker configuration is stereo. Don't put it to mono because it's just one ear and it's just useless. And enable HRTF. I've done a full video on this as well. If you guys want to go check it out, link is down below. WI, well, up there. Check that out as well. Summarize, this is like the best setting you can have in this game. You could hear literally the footsteps, where people are moving, the abilities they're using, etc. And it's just precise. You want to have the extra advantage to see where the enemies are. Voice chat output device is my default. So my default is my headset. There's no need for me to change it to my headset when my default system is already my headset. Input device is my microphone, which I'm using right now. Incoming volume is 70%. Mic volume 70%. Now please double check this with me. I go into comp, people's mics, right, are like in a shower, or like 10 miles away from themselves, or like I could barely hear them, or they're whispering when they're actually talking normally. Please put this up. Please put your mic volume to 100%. I do not care if I have to put it down. Loop back test is off. Mic sensitivity threshold is like 50-ish%. So so when you're talking, you won't be able to hear your mic, keyboard and mouse in the back. So party voice chat is on. Party voice during custom game is off. Party voice activation is push to talk. This is my mouse button 3, my middle mouse button, and voice and team voice chat is on. That's my mouse button 5. So yeah, like I said before. Finally, the only thing that's off here is my VoIP duck flavor. Just like I said, I don't know what this duck flavor is. Let me know what it is down below in the comments. And yeah, everything is on apart from that. That is the best settings of Valorant that you could possibly get 2022. If you guys haven't enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys have any troubles or any questions, join my Discord. Links down below. And yeah, adios.